Hello, I'm Brian.
Hello, I'm Chitra.
And hello, I'm Laura, and we are the Technical Services Department here at Lisle Library District. We're going to recommend some books on modern history for you that you can check out here at your local library.
My recommendation is Isaac Storm by Eric Larson. It's about the 1900 Galveston hurricane, the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history. The book is primarily told through the eyes of Isaac Klein, who worked at the local weather bureau at the time. During this time, forecasting in the United States was really bad, to be frank. And also, the city of Galveston tried to project itself as a very strong city that can brush off any hurricane. As you might imagine, this, along with other factors, led to the disaster. The author keeps it interesting by jumping between different people in and out of the city. No details are spared, and he keeps it suspenseful. As an example, he does a great job showing how when the storm began, most people didn't think much of it, they brushed it off. But as the hours went by, people became more and more terrified. If you have any interest in reading about the hubris of people or disasters, I highly recommend checking out this book.
Complying with our theme of modern history and intrigued by British history, I chose the book The Mutual Admiration Society by Mo Moult. This is an extraordinary book which is a blend of a group biography and social history of early 20th century Britain. Renowned detective novelist Dorothy L. Sayers formed a writing group with 5 of her Oxford colleagues in 1920. Moulton gives insight to the lifelong friendships of the 6 brilliant women and their struggle for truly a democratic culture.
My book recommendation for modern history is The Man Who Hated Women. It tells the story of Anthony Comstock through the view of 8 women that were arrested underneath the Comstock laws. Anthony Comstock was a special agent for the U.S. Postal Service that made it his mission to protect the morality of America and thoroughly believed that reproductive rights was a threat to the American family. He then went to the Congress and got laws passed that prevented mailing any reproductive rights information across state lines through the United States Postal Service. As I said, only 8 women were actually arrested underneath this law, but it is argued by some that over 1,000 people had their lives ruined and families destroyed by his advocacy of this. Although Comstock died in 1915, the Comstock laws are still on our books and relevant to today. In 1965, the Supreme Court decided that we as American citizens had a right to privacy by pulling from the first 10 amendments in the Constitution. Starting with that first case and traveling all the way up to 1973, multiple cases dealing with obscenity of literature, of art, pornography, reproduction rights made their way up to the Supreme Court that gave us now a right to privacy. I recommend this book because it highlights the importance of understanding our history as a country when making decisions for our future. I hope our book recommendations have piqued your interest. Come on down to the library and check them out, or other materials on modern history. Because remember, to define the future, you must study the past.